Imagine being an American spy in the heart of Stalin's Soviet Union. Picture Red Square at midnight, shadows lurking in every alley, NKVD agents watching your every step. One wrong word, one suspicious glance, and you're dragged away forever. In the 1930s, dozens of brave or foolish Americans crossed into this communist paradise, dreaming of utopia. Most vanished without a trace, their families left with nothing but silence. Today, on Horror and History USSR, we dig into the archives to uncover their chilling, forgotten stories. Buckle up, this is the nightmare America tried to ignore. Let's start with Whittaker Chambers. He arrived in Moscow in 1929, a wide-eyed American journalist burning with revolutionary fire. Chambers spied for the Soviets, smuggling top-secret documents from Washington right under Uncle Sam's nose. He couriered blueprints, names of agents, even atomic research hints. But then came 1937, the Great Purge. Friends vanished overnight, executed in dank Lubyanka basements. Chambers saw heads roll in show trials, heard screams in the night. Terrified, he defected back to America in 1938, spilling everything to the FBI. He exposed big names like Algerhiss from the State Department. Americans hailed him a hero, sparking the Red Scare. Soviets? They branded him the ultimate traitor. What if he'd stayed just one more month? Gulag chains or a bullet in the back of the head, that was the gamble. Not all were spies by choice. Meet John Scott, a fresh-faced engineer from Detroit, arriving in 1931 amid America's Great Depression. Breadlines back home stretched for miles, jobs non-existent. Soviet propaganda screamed, "Come build the workers' paradise." Scott did. He slaved on Moscow's glittering metro, those chandelier-lit stations hiding rivers of blood. But paradise crumbled fast. Famine gnawed at the edges, the Holodomor killing millions in Ukraine. Purges swept through. Engineers like him accused of sabotage, shot or sent to frozen camps. Scott's wife pleaded, "Flee now." He hung on till 1938, then escaped. His explosive book, Behind the Urals, painted the raw horror. Workers collapsing like flies, quotas met over frozen corpses. Americans devoured it, finally waking up. Yet even after his warnings, thousands more rushed to the USSR. Why? Hope is a deadly drug. The vanishings hit hardest at the US Embassy in Moscow. In 1937, diplomats started disappearing like smoke. Take Robert McAlpin, one evening stroll, gone. NKVD snatched him for spying on the proletariat. His desperate wife scoured Moscow's prisons, bribing guards, begging officials. Nothing. By 1941, the embassy staff plummeted from over 100 Americans to just 10 terrified souls. Stalin's paranoia peaked. Every Yankee was a CIA plant. Remember pilot Harry Lang? His plane strayed over Soviet borders in 1936, he survived the fiery crash. Soviets hailed him a hero publicly. Privately, they called him saboteur. Locked in camps, he rotted away, forgotten. Embassy cables begged Washington for help. Bring us home. But FDR's team dragged feet, some blinded by pro-Soviet illusions. Flash back to the Depression's grip on America. 10 million jobless, banks collapsing, farms foreclosed. Soviet agitators whispered, "Equality awaits in Moscow." Over 100,000 Americans dreamed of it, engineers, pilots, teachers, even Hollywood types. Propaganda films showed bountiful harvests, happy collectives. Reality? Holodomor starved 4 million Ukrainians while Moscow feasted. Purges executed 700,000 enemies, most dreamers who crossed the border never returned, passports confiscated, citizenship revoked by trickery. They became captured Americans, trapped ghosts. Whittaker Chambers nailed it. The Soviet system is a machine that devours souls, grinding idealists into dust. Imagine their daily terror. Walking Moscow's snowy streets, whispering codes in crowded cafes, dodging tales from Chekists in fedoras. NKVD bugs hid in hotel lamps, microphones in walls. One slip, a homesick letter, a forbidden radio listen meant midnight knocks. Arrest, blindfold, Lubyanka's torture cells. Beatings, sleep deprivation, false confessions implicating friends. Show trials broadcast lies worldwide. Guilty? Bullet to the nape or slow death. Mining gold in Kolyma, where temperatures hit -60. Families in America got postcards. All fine, loving the revolution, then. Silence eternal. Dive deeper. Walter Krivitsky, Stalin's top spy master, defected to the US in 1940 after years in Moscow shadows. He named American traitors leaking Manhattan Project secrets. But NKVD assassins stalked him across the Atlantic. Found dead in a Washington hotel. Official story, suicide, Americans whispered. Bullshot. Then Elizabeth Bentley, the blonde spy queen, couriered Soviet docs from New York in the 1940s. Her Moscow handlers? Purged one by one. She flipped to the FBI, testifying in the spy trials that rocked Washington. Her tales of microfilm in cigarette packs, dead drops in parks, pure Cold War thriller. And don't forget Noel Field, Ivy League golden boy turned underground communist. In the 1930s, he funneled us State Department secrets to Stalin's machine. Kidnapped in Prague by Soviets, tortured into false confessions that fueled Eastern Europe's purges. Stalin used him as bait, executing thousands on his evidence. Field rotted in dungeons till death. These weren't monsters, idealists chasing a better world. Stalin's paranoia turned paradise into slaughterhouse. KGB archives bulge with redacted files, names of vanished Americans still sealed. Spies barely escaped, but some stayed for forbidden love. Tomorrow. American women wedding Soviets, romance or road to Gulag? Part 2 drops soon. Subscribe now, hit notifications. You won't want to miss the heartbreak. What would you do, dropped in Stalin's Moscow? Spy, defect, or vanish? Like if this chilled you, comment your verdict below. See you in the shadows.